Hello, hello. How we doing? How we feeling? I've moved a bunch of stuff around on my desk and now everything's like the wrong distance and everything. I feel like I'm more in the middle than usual. The plot's not so bad. Probably okay. I feel like usually I'm more over here though, right? That would make sense. That's why the camera's nearly fallen off the side of the table. I see, I see. Yeah, that's why I like to say it's like right here. Don't know why. Just my position. Hello guys. How we doing? How we feeling? This is the Warditv Boomer Bash qualifier number 2. Just gonna be a short qualifier today. And then tomorrow we start the Boomer Bash, and we really do have a few more longer days of Starcraft coming your way with proper groups and stuff like that, so that should be a lot more fun. I'm just trying to figure out what match we probably go into first. Either Ryong Lambo or yeah, either Ryong Lambo or maybe we go to I was also thinking maybe Austin Rocks could be kind of fun, so we'll probably take one of those. I think Ryong Lambo is a likely one that we head into here in the next few moments. We'll get this set up, get this ready to roll. Austin Rex, yeah, I think Austin Rex is fun too. I'm kind of open to whatever kind of just gets ready to go first. I have admin stuff to do, so preferably I can join one with the other people are casting, so I can jump on their cameras if I have to do admin work. So maybe that will influence as well, but right now all the casters just sat around, so we'll see what the people jump into. We'll see what the people jump into. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope you're all feeling good. Thank you so much for joining us. It's the weekend. I'd like to say, excited for some games. I do not think it's going to be... Yeah, let's catch my eye. Don't think it's going to be a super long day today, like I say, but hopefully some fun games, a couple fun matches, and we can work our way through and see what happens. Very excited as Lambo drops the lobby link down for ley lines. Let's hop to it. Alright, so it's going to be TVZ. We're going to go Ryong versus Lambo to start the day off. Maybe it's because of this needs to go. Yeah. Why won't this monitor rise up? One sec, guys. Alrighty, let's jump into this TVZ. I think I fixed it. My monitor just wouldn't. Like, you know, monitors nowadays they lift. My monitor wouldn't lift. It's really bugging me that I was on the other height. Alright. How many people will be in the Boomer Bash? 16. I thought about making it 20, but I feel like getting 20 players to play nowadays is kind of tough. I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying doing the 4-player groups instead of the 5-player groups, although I do like the length of the 5-player groups. I mean, 10 best of 3s sometimes can be too long almost for a stream. So I like the 10 best of 3s a lot more than the 6 best of 3s. But I don't know, organizing wise it's nicer to just make 4-player groups, so I think for this one I'm just going to go 4 players because it's a bit of a weirder concept as well. So yeah. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Body Dad coming in with the hellos at the start. Sorry, I got my dad's resub. He did not. It was VAR91 on the 63-month resub. I read it wrong. Sinista on the 7-month resub as well. And Fnatic ST2 on the 55-month resub as well. Probably find 20 players. Yeah, we can probably find 20 players, but I don't know. I feel like organizing 16 players is going to be what I want to do. I don't really have a good reason for it. Like, I do think 20 players would probably be better, but I also, for the so there's the group A is a group that's specifically designed to have players who are inactive or who haven't basically played a lot or are not playing a lot right now. So inactive on a Ligulac. And, so tomorrow in Group A we're going to have Scarlet, who's not played since the WTL playoffs in August. We've got Kelazur, who's not played since Home Story Cup in December. We've got DNS, who's played like 1 or 2 matches here and there. He played like OSC Championship 2 to 3 months ago, and that was really about it. So he's obviously not played much. And we've got TLO, who obviously does not play much at all. So we've got a pretty fun group tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow's group's pretty fun. It was kind of tough to find like 5 players who kind of qualified. There was a couple of people who reached out like, I'd love to play, I've not played in a while. And I was like, you're actually too young. you're unfortunately too young for the tournament rules. But you did qualify in terms of being inactive. So yeah, I think because of that, I'd just like to keep every group 4 players. Because I wasn't really decided myself. I was kind of open to kind of have it 5 players as well. I've not done any other invites yet as well. So yeah, I'll be doing invites today. What about Gumiho? Well, Gumiho's, what, in terms of invite? I mean, we'll probably invite him. I mean, there's a bunch of players we probably will invite. The invites are going to be based off of age, so the older you are... I'm going to, like, make a list of players, and I presume the list of players I come up with is going to be higher than 12 from people who try to qualify, and a couple other people I think would be good. I presume that list is going to be higher than 12, and so I will prioritize invites by age, was the decision that I had said. So it will be the oldest players get the invites first. Gumiho's been missing for 2 months? Really? He didn't play anything for 2 months? Oh my god, I didn't even realize Gumiho wasn't playing and stuff. That's crazy. No, Gumiho played like... Oh, Gumiho played like multiple times or something. Yeah, he played Clem in the Warditv February tournament. He played... Are you thinking of Trap? Trap did not play a game in 2025. Trap just yeeted out of here. Gumiho has been maybe not as active as he was before, but he's still playing. They do get a Reaper and a few Hellions gathering up together. And a couple of barracks on the way, SCV's coming through. And the Banshee coming online as well. We get that stim pack coming up. Top, we're going to move across, extra barracks on the way. Bit of TVZ to start the day. I like this one because I think Lambo can sometimes struggle against the Korean ZVT, but actually, this is obviously Ryong, who's maybe his weakest matchup is TVZ as well, so I actually kind of like this matchup. I don't really know where Lambo is at right now. I don't know how good he is, how much he's been playing, etc. For example, so I know he's been playing, streaming and stuff, but he's obviously not been playing too many tournaments and so on. We did watch him in the TLMC. Hard to judge from there exactly because obviously the TLMC is new maps and different maps and stuff as well, so that's always a factor too. Let's just see the Hellions gathering up. Yeah, Gold Queen's going to get there. Banshee going to be taking some damage. The stim pack is going to be finishing from Ryong in the next few moments. Again, the stim completed. The 1-1 upgrades very much so continue to come through as well. And the siege tank and a couple of additional medevacs coming online. Also, add a couple of barracks onto that. The infestation pit is very much so on its way in production as well. And those couple of queens just going to get there to punch around, do some damage, do their thing for a little bit here in the opening moments. Changeling gonna hop about as well. A few roaches will step over too. Again, a little bit of action here early as we get settled into the first few minutes of the game. It's going to be having that refinery set up as well, and those couple medevacs going to go boosting out up to the top side of the map, so they're also going to just go and see if they can do some damage. So try and put some pressure on, try and deal some damage here, and get that underway. He's playing who first in Group A? Great question. I didn't decide yet. I'm going to make the match order later today, and I'll get on Wikipedia. I just haven't... well, I didn't do it when I first set the group because I was double-checking what times were a bit better for 1 or 2 of the players. It will probably be something like... It'll probably be something like Scarlet versus somebody, then DNS versus Pelazur, then TLO versus Scarlet, then Scarlet's last matchup, and then TLO's matchups. In that order, because TLO, I don't want to do all 3 of TLO's matches last, but obviously he's in America, so he's going to play the 3rd series onwards. And obviously Scarlet's in China, I believe she's in, so she plays... Well, I hope she's in Asia, because if she isn't, then I'm screwing it over, but she plays ideas for her to play earlier. Fortunately, the Europeans get just set up to do whatever. We've seen a couple of Hellions wolfing the Hellbats, and this push from Ryong got some power behind it. He's been very good at keeping units around as he just step across the map. A couple of Creep Tumors getting picked up, the Roach Hydra getting chased away. More Creep Tumors dropping, the Overlord goes down as well. And Extractor's already taking some damage, so yeah, Extractors are going to drop down too, so some damage being dealt. It's going to be a Spore Crawler goes down also. There's another Extractor going down here so far. Those Marines just going to get across. They are going to get rid of the hatchery in the upper left. This hatch here also going to be getting hit. The Lurker firing away. It's going to see that tank continue to fire. Again, the 2-2 upgrades coming through. The seismic spines coming online. 2 Marines are going to step forward, and they are going to jump onto this Lurker. So the Lurker taking quite a lot of shots. It is going to go down right there. The Queen is going to show up as well. Again, just going to get the Roaches to try and play deal clean up on the other side. So we get a base. That's a big deal. Lambo going to try and reinstigate himself on the right side of the map. Going to take the forward base there, expand to the right side as well. And also going to re-expand to the 12 o'clock he just lost. With Lurkers out, life should become a little easier for him to stop his opponent getting into position. As the Roaches get across over here, the Siege Tank is going to fire a couple shots off. 5, 6, 7 SCVs all going down. Make it 8 SCVs going down. A couple of Lurkers going down as well for the moment. Another abduct. Siege Tank will fall. And Roaches very much so still just stepping on through. Gonna take a lot of damage. A couple of Vikings get across there. That Viper in some trouble, taking a few more hits. That Siege Tank is going to drop as well, and these tanks continue to shell away. Drones going down by the second. Ryong doing a great job of just maintaining pressure. Even though Lurkers came up, he's found new ways to attack. He's going to get himself this right side base. A few Roaches are going to be stranded on that right side as well, so that's hardly ideal in these opening moments as the Marines get right underneath. Extraction, the Overlord taking damage, the hatchery taking shots as well. Once again. Well, a couple of Vikings hanging overhead. The tank shots are looking good. The Queens taking damage as well here. Let's just see our Roach Hydra around the left-hand side. Marines are going to stim up. A couple of those Roaches going down immediately. Viper overhead. And the Marines continue to stim on forward. Just a couple of Overlords going down. And there's going to be a few more of those Overlords being picked away at. Hydras, Roaches, Vipers continue to gather up. Just going to be seeing a couple of those Marines continue to drop. Blind Cloud goes down onto the siege tanks. Roach Hydra still very much so trying to step on through. Those Lurkers putting the work in onto the Marines. Now we step up to the top. And Hatchery will remain in some trouble as the extra Roaches and the Lurker coming into play. again, but that Roach Hydra coming back over. A few Roaches coming through too. The Lurkers are still very much stepping forward. Just going to see the Roaches coming about. Medevac trying to get a siege tank, not quite able to though, as on the top side we get rid of these drones. We'll see again, Lambo knocked down to 3 bases. That is not going to cut it in this matchup. You can't be a 3-base Zerg against a Terran. It doesn't work like that. And we are just going to try and send it across the map as Lambo. His army's not bad, so getting across one time and just trying to see what's up is, like I say, not a bad idea. But we are going to get us around here as Ryong. That should be good enough. The Planetary falls, but obviously the Planetary taking shots initially is part of the problem. And Ryong is going to take game 1 of this best of 3. Alrighty, game number 2 coming up in a few moments' time here. We'll get this one ready to go, go, go. And, yeah, we will get this started up. So we're going to get this rolling. Game number 2 of Lambo vs. Ryong. Our first series of the day. Do a walkover quickly, jump on Frostline for game 2 of this series. Because it's not letting me submit the score. Getting spammed. Alright, game number 2 coming up, guys. As we continue our way through. It's set up to go, go, go. Countdown is good. Ready, GLHF. Coming about. We'll get ready to kick this off onto Frostline here in the next couple of moments. Who's Ibra94 on the bracket? I have no idea. It's an open tournament, right? Could be anybody. They have 94 in the name, so I'm convinced they're the same age as me, so they qualify for the Boomer Bash, though. That's my that's my current logic. I mean, obviously we can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna do like an official check on everybody that signs up to the qualifier. Like, I'm not gonna make everyone that signs up to the qualifier like send me a picture of their driver license or passport or something. Obviously we can check the pros that are likely to qualify anyway. If someone did qualify, I would do some checking then. But unless someone qualifies, I'm not gonna check everybody that signs up. Max 95, yeah. That's the problem. Like, he might fool me. He might fool me. Adele Chusakovsky, thank you so much for the 21-month resub. Welcome back. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you, thank you. Yo, Adele Chusakovsky coming in with the subs as well. Thank you. Going out, 5 gifted subs to Do215P, Yoki W1, Petro Fire Rip, Never Say Die 55, and Torguo. Thank you so much, Adele, for the gifted subs on top of your own sub. Alrighty. So just sorting something out as that Reaper and so got settled. This is going to be seen how link speed going through. Queen, drones, hatch, continue to come about. As the Reaper hops back up to the high ground, the Queen just going to be jumping around. And it's going to be seeing a few drones and the Queen's coming up as well. Link speed building. Going to be seeing a hatch coming onto that third base. And it's going to be our opening for a few moments time. Yeah, sorry, I was a little distracted with the with an admin thing quickly, but thank you so much again for the gift subs though. Appreciated as our Reaper goes down, not ideal. We are building that sub count back up again, guys. The road back to 700 subs, version 17. The battle resumes. Well, we just have ourselves a couple of Hellions are going to come stepping their way across. Extractor comes over. Marines is going to fire the Overlord taking damage. I'm just going to be seeing that Overlord is going to get picked off. Supply block is going to go through. Just nice for a moment. I mean, just little things right here. Early on, as we do have Banshee and the Cloaking all continuing up still. Get that underway. Hellion's going to hit. Actually going to take some damage. Free Queen's coming over. Hellion's taking some shots. The Banshee cloaking continues to come about. And again, just going to be seeing the Hellions continue to gather around. Hellarax, couple engineering base coming about. SCVs coming over as well. And so you just have Ryong continuing through. And a couple of evolution chambers down that bottom side. The lair and the drones continue to come about. Hatchery coming about as well. A few Hellions just gathered together. Banshee overhead. It's going to make our way across the map, and we will try to put some damage out here with the Hellion Banshee combo. Obviously, with two Banshees, quite a lot of potential with the ability to one-shot drones. You don't need a lot of room to get in there. We've seen already, so the first Queens will take some shots. Transfusions are good to buy you some time, but gonna run out of transfusions in a second. That was the Queen that had a lot of energy on it, unfortunately. Let's get one of them taken down already. I'm just gonna see the Hellions coming around the left-hand side. All the upgrades coming up. 1-1 upgrades coming through. Stimpack as well. As our siege tanks will continue the production. Coming on out. Bane Nest comes up. Extra drones coming through. Add a Baneling speed upgrade on as well. The Hellions will commit through, getting rid of a bunch of this group spread. A lot of nice blue teamers we just got rid of right there as the Overseer pushes further out into the center. Melee upgrades, carapace upgrades, Baneling speed 1-1, combat shields continue to come about. A couple of these creep teamers continue to come through. Those Lings gather up again, a couple of drones. Transferring out over to the left-hand side. Still got the 1-1 in the combat shield coming up. Just going to be seeing the Marine Medevac on the way through the factory and the armory. Coming online as well. We got a whole bunch of additional Lings in. Had some Banelings on. This Marine tank Banshee going to set up over on the left-hand side. Hellions very much so still gathering together as Ryong gets ready to push out onto the map. Away we go. Looking to make a bit of a shove in the next few moments. The Lings are going to get grabbed right there. Marine step up. This hatchery already taking damage. The Ling Bane on the left side setting up as well. Just going to be seeing the Lings from the right side also coming through. Hatchery goes down. Can Lambo at least get a good cleanup on this? The siege tanks taking a while to fall. Can we actually justify the chase? The Marines run out of places to run, so they have to lift off. As Lambo loses his 5th base here, but otherwise we end up in a alright position. And the Medevac's going to load up from the natural, and away we go. And the Lingbane settles into the top left side. 2 upgrades coming about. We got Drilling Claws on the way through, plus 1 vehicle plating. Additional Widow Mines coming about as well. Add on some Marines. As Marines do get rid of the Creep Tumor, get rid of another drone. We're still trying to run forward here as Marines just load back up. And we're going to boost away back through the bottom side. You can see our Ling's going to wrap around onto a few of those Marines, forcing the lift off over here. So Lambo trying to defend on 2 fronts. You can see Lambo's supply already struggling a little bit from the trades that had to be made early in this game. So that's already definitely a challenge compared to what we saw prior. Again, those Lings trying to get through, but the Widow Mine shot was honestly pretty good. I felt like a lot blew up in that, so far from ideal. Not the best, as the army of Ryong is going to keep on pushing your way. You need to try and minimize those Widow Mines right now to the best of your ability if possible. As the Vanes crash through, the Marines take some more damage. That Lingbane still gathering up. There's another Widow Mine. It's just going to be that Lingbane pulls back once again. Just going to be seeing the army in the top side getting lifted up also here. So just going to bring that straight through. As our Marines get down, the hatchery gets picked off. 2 upgrades, overload speed, all coming up as well. Can Lambo make something happen with these counterattacks? Again, Widow Mines are doing pretty well so far. As we will open up some depots. Can we bake into a base? Or what do we want to do? Like, SCVs are still alive. Apparently, we only lost 3 SCVs during this whole thing. Obviously, you've got to deal with this attack across the map as well, as Lambo's losing overlords. Just struggling, I think, to find a trade at all that is going to go in his favor, as these few Banelings do not crash into the Marines just yet. We lift up, we back away. For the moment. Again, a few more Lings gathering. The Hydra's coming up. Again, +1 missiles. Hydra speed. +3 carapace. All being added on. Bane Hydra's going to come over. Marines stepping up. A couple Widow Mines are going to get burrowed as well once again. Another Widow Mine shot is going to be getting a kill. And the few Bane's going to come about. Just going to be seeing the Widow Mines still going off. Just on the Overseers, though. Lambo's going to clean up a little bit. Dealing with the Widow Mines a lot better now. Definitely stepping up his defense for that. And the Lingbane Hydra continues to gather up. It's going to get the Banshee firing away already, so getting a few shots off. Tank hitting some shots into those Zerglings Widow Mines. Again, being dealt with much better here from Lambo. Lambo is swinging this game. He's taking multiple good fights in a row suddenly. And the Vipers, they can Blinding Cloud to save themselves. Not actually needed, though. The high ground is good enough right there. They're going to kill that orbital command as well, so this base goes down. The Banes have just recognized where the SCVs are in this corner, so they're just going to go down nice and quickly as well. And we actually get a lot of damage done. Lambo absolutely swinging this one just around. Getting him some good moves. You've seen the 3 coming about, +2 vehicle plating coming up as well, so we get all of that on the way in. Okay, let's continue through. Again, the +2 vehicle plating coming about as part of that. Ryong's upgrade is going to be good. Going to be ahead of the upgrades from Lambo, who is already on play. Well, I guess he's +3 carapace already. It's just melee he's missing on because he had 1 missile upgrade in this game. In position. Fun position that we're going to be playing from here, as we just have Ling Hydra coming over. Vipers will set up. Ling's trying to step forward. Widow Mines get burrowed. I will step forward as well. There's a couple of Banelings just going to go off and away. Binska running up that ramp, and a few of those Marines get picked off right off the bat as well. Keeps pushing forward again. Lingbane Hydra stepping through. These fights have been so much better for Lambo. Can he keep that up? Nice abduct with the medevac as well. Cool. Dane's going to crash through. A few more of those Marines going to go down as well. Widow Mine's getting picked off. Continue to play a chasing game right there as the parasitic bombs force the medevacs to go two different directions. I will continue chasing. Hydra's going down, +3 melee. Size Spines, the extra Lingbane still continue to come through as well. And +2 missiles, Sizing Spines, +3 melee upgrade, all continue to come through. There's a few lurkers that are going to get joined up as well. And let's see our bio once again in the center. Lingbane just going to jump on it. A little bit more of that bio getting knocked away at here. You do see Ryong unable to kind of pressure through at any position at the moment. AMP's hit those Vipers though, and that's been one thing that's helped Lambo, but fortunately the Lurkers will be there as well. Definitely making this a little bit better. Thank you, by the way, NetBeam, for the 11-month resub on the Prime. Glad to support the circuit. Like I read that one and then didn't read it out. Just looked back in chat, I was like, that's why I've actually have read it out or something, and now I look even crazier. Thank you so much for the resub. Appreciate it. As we do have a little bit of bio. I'm just going to step up, and again, it's Lurkers in position right off the bat to just keep that bio at bay. Ling's trying to play the wraparound. Nope. Didn't realize that. I don't know if wrapping around there would have really changed much, as the Banes here should at least get the SCVs. We do just follow up with the Planetary instead, so that's fine. Obviously, Lambo doesn't want to give up too much at once, because then you're weak to a counterattack, so has to be a little bit careful there. Lurk is just burrowing up. The army of Ryong on the upper left side is moving about as well. Fire stepping through, we get a Spore Crawler, just going to grab that Queen. Hatchery going to get jumped on in the upper left. The Lurkers pulled back. We've got SCVs here that are going to get absolutely shut down as well, so they get completely destroyed. We're going to try and nuke this base. The Lurkers do see it, they step up. The Ghost has energy to keep it alive, but yeah, no detection going to come through. So the nuke's going to land on just a couple of Crypt Tumors, and that Ghost gets out of there. It really did just about have enough energy to keep itself alive there. Lurker still firing. Again, the orbital setting up as well here currently. Bio Ghost comes back over. Lurker's just gonna relocate. I mean, this is where Lambo, at this stage, right, he is very much so. And it's an interesting scenario. Overseer is very nice here because it gives you a chance to fight back against the Ghost. Cancels a lot of the snipes, but becomes a bit too much in the end. So those Lurkers get taken down. Lambo set up a massive attack on the top. Looks as though he's about to get jumped on by a portion of his opponent's army, but he just left the Lurkers behind to deal with that, and now everything else is going to continue across. as he just wants to start sieging out the frontier. And this is interesting because it's going to put him between the bases of Ryong, and between the bases where Ryong does not really want to have to deal with Lambo being, because it really gives you the opportunity here as Lambo to kind of slowly work your way towards whichever base you feel like is one of the better, one of your better options. He's going to go, Overlord's going to get grabbed, the nuke launches up into the sky, and he's going to land down onto the Overseers and some Lurkers. Kaboom, as those Overseers fall, the Lurkers fall. It's an okay nuke, but there's more to be done. The top left base falls to the drop. Lambo starts to come on top of this though, which is nice, and he's going to mostly get the medevacs, which is obviously great because now these units will guaranteed go down. So you're not going to have to continue worrying about this drop as it continues through. This looks to be very well handled. The mines don't do much either. It really feels like there's two halves to this game. The half where Lambo was running into every Widow mine possible and the shots were consistently huge. And there was that moment since that point, it feels like he really just never took a bad fight again. Pulling back over, just going to be seeing the Widow mine going down. Is going to fire, the depot's falling, the reactor taking hits, flings, Chori, Spore Crawler continue to come through. Those Lurkers very much so still putting the work in towards this base. That factory taking some damage now as well, because the medevacs load up and are going to go unload elsewhere. I mean, Ryong is just, he's basically doomed at this point, no? I mean, his economy is not there. His army is still not bad, right? Like, his army size is okay. I just don't think it's enough when Lambo is still mining and able to rebuild a little bit extra himself. He'd have to be starting to make some moves, like, now. Those Lurkers will hold out. Step up. So another Ghost just misrallies forward. There's just units everywhere for Lambo. Is what's that on the top? So dropping Marines that again. Jumped on as well, so that's not going to go very far either. And you're just pushing away into the production here. Viper's getting some abducts. Very nicely done. Still very much still trying to get forward. The Hellings will go down. This hatchery going to get jumped on. Hydra still continue to build. Hatch on the top side goes down as well. As you do see, the Lurk is going to burrow. And that is going to be a planetary fortress that will continue to die. And all those SCVs getting picked off also. Barracks just trying to move anywhere. I don't know what Ryong is holding out hope for. Supply block is a major issue. I mean, at one point, I felt like his army was okay if he just tried to win for it, but he's just not there now at all, unfortunately. Well, Lurkers continue to set up. Io on the top, going to be in trouble. And again, tell me where we're going to go here as Ryong. These medefacts flying about. There's Lurkers everywhere across his bases, or there was. Now the bases don't exist anymore, so... Eight more Hydralisks continue to produce. Those Lurkers are stepping forward. We'll see the Viper going to throw a little abduct off, and those that Ghost can get grabbed as well. I'm going to have another abduct. Just going to bring that medevacs over too. I do find some snipes, but again, going to be lackluster at this point. Nice grab. Bio gets the infester. Lucas really do continue to ping. The SCV sitting there, the Ghost gathering up. drops down again, and we'll just see a couple of script jammers continue to come around. The Overseer morphing. The Lurker's still putting work in. Those PRCVs will also drop. Let's take those down. It's getting kind of difficult to cast, guys. I mean, we're really looking for a final fight that Ryong is running from. I mean, I get it, right? He needs to essentially snipe his way. I don't get it. Like, it's not like he's killed all of Lambo's economy, and so he's like, right, well, I can bleed him out if I just run and snipe slowly but surely. Like, it's getting worse over time because Lambo still has 60 drones. So I actually don't get what Ryong is aiming to do here. Boom his stubbornness. Yeah, he refuses. Back in my day, Terran would never lost to us, you know. Final fight, Ryong will leave, and Lambo turns this game around. Like I said, this was not looking good for him at all when it first started out. Like I said, this was a game of, I'd say 2 halves, but then it kind of more turned into the first 10 minutes and then the rest of the game, the next 15 minutes, not quite 2 halves. Lambo definitely stepped up a little bit, and I would say started to play a whole lot better as well. So, heading to a game 3 now. What's the bracket looking like? Classics already in the qualifying match. You'll play Host. So basically, we're going to do Classic versus QR Hostem after this match. And then, yeah. We're going to do Classic versus QR Hostem, and then probably go to the top side. Lovely. Alright, lobby's coming up, it seems. Sandworm's going to be our map. Hey, what's up, everyone from the Hero Marine stream? Welcome. How you guys doing? We are 1-1 in our opening match of the day between Lambo and Ryong. Some ZVT action continuing through here as we count on down and jump into this. Thank you so much for the raid, and welcome everybody as we head off into game 3 of this series. So Lambo versus Ryong, Zerg versus Terran. Get this underway. This is the Warditv Boomer Bash Qualifier. Players of 28 years and over only. And the Boomer Bash begins tomorrow with Group A, which is actually our fun group of players who are a little bit less active in the scene. That we have invited into their own group. I say some of these names you probably don't think they're less than active, but they've not really played matches in the recent months. We've got Kellerzer, DNS, Scarlet, and TLO. It's gonna be a fun group. I've got no idea how it's gonna turn out. Some of the matches might be one-sided. It'll be fun to cast some different players if nothing else, though. So that's coming up tomorrow in Group A, and then the rest of this tournament plays out over the course of the next week. Years old as a boomer. Yeah. 28 years old is officially boomer age in Starcraft. Oh, it's funny. So this tournament as well, by the way, sponsored by Crate Entertainment. I'm going to drop the link in the Twitch chat if you guys want to go and find out about Crate Entertainment and the games that they make. Check out their Steam page and so on. So this is sponsored by them, and they came to us and they were like, hey, I talked to this guy a fair bit. He sponsored some stuff before. He was like, hey, it'd be fun to kind of do a tournament which doesn't have max packs and Clement. What if we set an age limit? I was like, yeah, that could be fun, something a bit different. And he, he suggested like 28. Didn't really realize how many StarCraft players are actually already older than 28. No, the Boomer Bash is just a fun name for obviously something. It's not actual Boomer. It's not like it's not grandparents playing StarCraft, But it's the StarCraft version of Boomer, which is basically if you're not max packs and you're not Clem, then that's you. Puzzle coming across, Queen's coming up. CC Factory will continue to come around here for a few moments. What's the other game? TVZ, nothing too wild until this Reaper shows up. This Reaper shows up now. I'm gonna go and put some damage in, so a couple of shots coming out. No kill on the Reaper just yet. If Lambo can play like he did for the latter half of that game in the first half and not take as many mine shots to the face and so on, because I don't think he did necessarily anything too bad initially, just he really was eating all of the damage possible off of the Widow Mines, which obviously kind of sucked. Queen's Reaper coming about. It's going to be having the road drone build up on the side of Lambo. Hellions getting settled, and we do have ourselves just impact starting on the barracks. Just going to get that underway as the CC comes up in the main base. The Reapers gather and look to start poking around. The two Hellions will poke and prod, obviously not expecting them to do much on the hatchery. This Roach is on the way up from Lambo, so going to play that safely to begin with. We get that underway. Queen's going to settle. There is a group teamer coming down as we have ourselves a couple of overlords coming up, the drones coming through, and the Evo chamber onto that as well. Stimpack halfway done for the moment. Again, that Reaper and the couple of Hellions are going to try and go around the other side here. And the Hellions and the Reaper just make their way over to that left-hand side. Medevacs, Marines about to pop. With Stim being done, we'll see what Ryong can get done on the map with the Medevacs. So we'll see what we can do. Lambo's on its way in with the missile upgrades. Lambo is going to double down on those missile upgrades and the Roaches for a while. It's going to be seeing the Medevac pushing out, the few Marines gathering together, and that Overlord heading down to the south. Marines unloading, Marines the Reaper heading down the bottom as well. It's just going to come straight across. Medevac's loading again. Just going to be seeing those Marines gathering. Just going to be heading up into the upper right side in a few moments. Reaper and the Hellions will come about. And we are going to take that hatcher on the gold for the fourth. Not too surprising. Those Marines just going to gather. The Roach to step up. He's going to be seeing the Roach Ravager. In general, on the way, I don't know if those Marines had to load. I felt as though they almost had the numbers if they target fired to take some Roaches down. But there's 68 drones, and as his gold base comes up, he does need to clear the rocks that's on that gold. So you can actually mine from it if that's an intention at all. Maybe he's just going to use that as a forward hatch for now. But if you've got the gold, it feels like you should try and use it, no? I mean, I appreciate that this is an attack that's happening here and now. I guess we'll go back deal with those rocks later on. As we step forward, the tank's on the high ground, which is a pretty safe position, but it's also far away. So the Roach Ravager at least gets a little bit of room to work with here. You can see now the tank's going to start firing for the first time. What do we want to do here as Lambo? Does he want to commit into tank fire? Does he feel like he can dive through that? Or what does he think is going to happen? There's a couple more SCVs in the depot go down. Looks like he can continue to pressure the third base. Corrosive Bile into the mineral line could be useful. Actually, Corrosive Bile hits a hellbat, I believe it was there. As the bio medevacs gather up, the roaches and the ravages will step through. Tank gonna unsiege. A couple of corrosive vials still coming in. Gonna load that tank up and go towards the high ground again. It's a lot of roaches taking a lot of damage. Lambo corrosive vialing. He needs to finish off those tanks. You can't let those tanks survive. You do not want to have a scenario here where you are going to go and have to continue fighting in, but he does end up killing the third base, so that will fall. With Ravager being chased, the Marines getting turned around again. As Lambo pulls back, he will focus on obviously getting those rocks down, so he will open up mining to the gold base. Starts melee upgrades. Going to be 2-2 for Ryong, so he'll have good upgrades to work off of. The issue for Ryong is he's going to be kind of all in off 2 bases, and all in into a roach army is not fun. It actually would have felt okay for Ryong if he comes out of this, and obviously same work count, but then he's got that third base already. Not having that is rough. Currently producing 2 tanks at a time, which is great against obviously the roach aspect of this. Lambo is correctly kind of making the move towards Zerglings. Gain speed, link speed, LA upgrades of course as well. If the high ground is endangered for a few moments, we'll go chase that down. Top side base, top left base will just drop, so Lambo will cancel that as Ryong moves into position. On the medevacs load, they're going to go into the main base, where we've actually got ourselves the roach and the lings. Going to be poised, so good movement from Lambo. Quick to get on top of this, not letting Ryong pull him apart. Doing a great job of that so far. Roach a step up, and we'll see the Marines. Supposed to lift off into the medevac there when you do boost away. Couple of Vipers coming around, the Roach Ravager showing up to jump onto those Marines as well. They're going to once again load up and pull back to the upper left-hand side. The Banelings are morphing in. This overload gets picked off as, like I say, Lambo is basically just in the kind of, throes of holding an all-in, basically. It's going to be seeing a little bit of a jump forward. The siege tank in the front goes down. We're being denied a 5th base as Ryong gets back up to 3 bases. How much of an all-in really still is this for Ryong? It's pretty committed because he's only on 48 SCVs, but if he saturates a 3rd and continues to get a larger and larger army, like, still be close to max now. Is there a world he could just kind of attack further? Kind of want to believe in it. Let's see how this fight goes for Lambo. Attacking in. Choked through the top side is going to be rough, but he does get the blinding clouds on the tanks eventually to stop some of the splash damage coming through. Those Marines stand as well. Initially, they've done a good job of getting away from the Banes. It's like, well, at least some Marines survive through this, but obviously they don't. As Ryong makes the mistake in the end, and Lambo, I'd say that's a successful pushback. Oh, he turns here as well, and the Marines took a moment to step away. Adrenal Glands just about a finish. +2 melee, +3 carapace coming up as well. The other medevacs boosting back over with those Marines. The Lings, the Roaches, and the Ravagers step forward here. The Banes still very much so trying to find their connections as the medevacs will have to lift off and move away once again. The Lings will chase. The siege tank gets lifted once more. We're going to turn ourselves jumping onto this orbital command here as you see the 3rd base mineral line getting absolutely shredded. Roach Ravager still wants to step through. The Banelings coming across as well. Marines chase that overseer down, and that'll be apparently Ryong's last move as GG gets gold. Lambo takes it 2-1. Like I say, what a turnaround from him, because it really felt like he was going down 0-2 initially. He came alive a little bit in that series in the end, as that will be Lambo 2-1 to advance through. And he plays against Hero in the next round. The Lambo Hero coming up. Cure is going to be playing against Hosm. Is Hosm streaming? Oh. Trying to get an update as to where that might be. So Cure is playing against Custom. Hmm. Just wondering if we should go Lambo Hero, if we should just wait for Cure Hearthstone. Oh, they just started a game. Let's go into Lambo versus Hero then. We'll go Lambo versus Hero. We'll see how quickly Cure Hearthstone end up being done, because I don't know if we're going to cast that qualifying match, basically, is what I'm thinking. We'll see, though. We'll see. Again, hope everyone's doing well today. Hope you're all feeling good, enjoying the games. I'm just going to throw a break screen here for a sec. I'll be right back with you guys for more Starcraft 2. Be right back. Alright, hi guys, welcome back. It's only stepping away for a sec. As we're going to be, continuing our way through this Boom and Bash qualifier. Again, main tournament starts tomorrow. It'll be a bit of a shorter stream again, guys. I'm sorry, I feel like I've done so many short streams lately. Very sad. Okay, we'll get back to it. Playline's gonna be the map for Hero and Lambo though, so we got that started. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. So just reading up on saying GG. Crazy Lambo in the tournament? Hell yeah. Oh, I'm excited for Lambo too. Like I say, invites will be done after today, guys, and we will take a combination of, listing players that played in the qualifiers, but invites will be based off of age, so oldest players will get invites first. We've got Hero, if he doesn't make it, for example, is 32, Byun's 31. How's Lambo? Lambo is sitting at a 29. A little bit rough for Lambo. I don't know who exactly is going to get invited, but we will, like I say, be basing off of that. How old's Cure? Cure's not that old, right? He's 30. Damn. What's Classic? 33. Oh, Classic really is a boomer. Classic getting that instant invite when the tournament, when the qualifier is done. Obviously, I appreciate the guys playing the qualifier though, because the qualifiers help us to build up the tournament and gives us a couple of extra days to stream, which is nice. It's always a bonus as we kick off into game one of this series. In the bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss is Hero, while in the top right, our blue Zerg is Lambo. There you go. Well, that was great, wasn't it? What an intro. Nice and easy. Put the sounds back on. And let's get to this series. I mean, this is going to be a tough one for Lambo, I think. Hero's very, very good right now. His Pvs, he's particularly deadly. I feel like this is definitely going to be a challenge here for our German Zerg. We got ourselves set up and rumbling. Seeding by age would be wild. Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing that for the groups. I was almost thinking of having like the groups be like the oldest players, and then the next set of oldest players. Like, so you would group with people of a similar age to you, but my priority for groups as always is to try and host something which is convenient for the players. And the problem with that idea is that it very quickly becomes hey, we need these 4 specific players to be able to play this group. And in this day and age of Starcraft, you asking that is a little bit tougher. So we'll probably just do it based on... I mean, if all the players are kind of open to most of the group days, maybe I'll do that for a bit of fun. But yeah, that's the factor. That's the annoying part, is that obviously it's a... we got to make sure the player schedules work and stuff as well. Is there an age requirement for this tournament? Yes, 28 plus. The true age of a Starcraft boomer. Depth chrono boosting out, Overlord coming across, Stargate Nexus continuing about. And that Adept just chrono boosting through as the link speed comes about. Queens and the drones coming in. Stargate Nexus also continuing to build on up right now. Will I host another in 5 years so you can play? I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Yeah, we'll have normal tournaments back soon, though, guys. We have Warditv Spring Championship coming up. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited to make that a nice, fun tournament. Bit of a bigger one, up that prize pool a bit. It's going to be at least $5,000, maybe a little bit more. Should be fun. See, 28 excludes so few pros. Yeah. I will not lie, not a lot of thought really went into the age. The sponsor messaged me the other day and they were saying, he's saying, didn't really realize how old everybody was. But he also said that Hearthstone had a good idea, which is that, or he said to Hearthstone that one idea should have been that each win is like worth 1,000 points. But 1,000 points, your 1,000 points gets lowered by your APM. So the slower and older that you are, the less easy it is to do well. So even if they aren't truly boomers, they have to play like boomers to truly succeed, right? Could have just banned Max Pax and Clem. Whoa. Skillets, mate, you are second place runner-up of the most recent Warditv Mondays. This is what we're talking about. The game is dominated by the youngsters. You know? You are part of the problem, clearly. Just a fun little event this week. And like I say, a spring championship coming up. Going to run that throughout April. Need to pick a weekend to wrap that one up on. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to that. I think we're going to have some really cool games. The spring championship. And some cool groups as well, I think. Not just think, but truly hope as well. I'm gonna try and get a bunch of people involved for the spring championship. I think we're gonna do a. I think we're gonna try and do a 24-player event. The first group stage will be 5-player group, and then there'll be a second group stage, and then like a big playoffs. I think that'd be fun. Things gonna wrap around those adepts. Adepts taking some damage. A couple queens are gonna be there. The oracles get shoved away over to that right hand side, but we are gonna see the stasis sword coming through. Something's trying to hit the adepts there. The couple of stasis is gonna catch a few of those zerglings as well, so that's gonna be a nice grab. And you see the Adepts pulling away to the side. Adepts in the main base now going to start going after a bunch of those drones as well, so a few more workers continuing to drop. It's going to be 8 drones going down. It's not a bad start for Hero at all. Gets in there, gets some damage done. Comes out an investment, right? But obviously all 3 Oracles stay alive. You lose 6 Adepts, but you also kill 23 Zerglings. So the 6 Adepts are not going to be greatly lost or greatly missed. Yeah, especially when you've got the Oracles overhead, they're going to keep you very safe against any potential Link counterattacks, so they can stop anything from happening for the moment. Overlord moves into a drop lord, and Lambo's just going to send it. May as well shoot. Oracles get pushed away. I'm just going to see the Ravagers start to morph. Stay Sword goes down. The Lings and the Roaches settle down. A couple of the Overlords taking shots once more. A lot of units, obviously full firepower right here. Corrosive Bars will get rid of the first cannon. More cannons in the back though. Lambo, does he have enough to power through this? The Stalkers are just starting to target fire down Ravagers, which is never a good sign. The Lings are caught up in the mineral line, which obviously is less than ideal as well. A few more Corrosive Vials. The cannon will go down once more. Continue to nibble away at things. I just don't think it's enough nibbling being done. The Oracles come back through. They're going to shoot down the Ravagers. GG gets called. Losing the Queen so quickly means the Oracles can get involved as well, but I actually think this would have been fine without the Oracles altogether. The Stalker count was looking good. Hero takes game number 1. Alright, gonna head into a game 2 here in just a couple of moments, guys. Get this on the way. I managed to hop my alt count from the American server to the American server. That's quite impressive, right? I literally hopped between the same server. But I'm good. I am good. Now we're gonna kick off in a few moments here, guys. Alright, we take a couple moments to try and figure this out. And we'll get ourselves back on track and underway, my friends. Thank you for, again, joining us today. Appreciate you all. Time to had to serious talk about my server hopping addiction. Yeah. Too advanced today. Yes, too advanced today. Cool. Alright. Persephone coming up. As we have one of the other TLMC maps being brought in. I like how much these TLMC maps are getting used. Would actually be interesting to see a 35 plus tourney. It would be. I feel like the 35 plus tourney would probably have to have less prize money in it though. I feel like we're not quite going to get the ROI on that one. Alright, let's throw this into our second game of this best of 3. Yeah, Lambo was saying that initially he was hiding the Lings so the Adepts would shade in so he could bait him, but then he shaded into a position that he didn't know existed, which meant that his master plan fell apart a bit. Obviously that led to Hero doing a whole bunch of damage. See if it goes a bit better here for Lambo here in game 2. Persephone, that map as Hero is in the bottom left up to Protoss. There are a lot of interesting things you can do with Starcraft 2. The problem with interesting things in Starcraft 2 is that people are quite against the unknown / the viewership really is not there for. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, a lot of viewership comes from the name power of the players, right? People see Hero, or they know that they could come to the stream and watch someone like Hero, and so they tune in. So when you do tournaments that aren't just competitive 1v1, or at least when I do stuff that isn't competitive 1v1 StarCraft, the viewership is almost always lacking in comparison. Which is a little sad. But I mean, to be fair, I built my stream up on the whole idea of being a competitive 1v1 stream, right? So it makes sense that that's what gets the big makes sense that that's what's going to be getting the bigger viewership, right? It's just hard to then monetize other things. Is what I'm getting at. Why don't we get Maru? Maru's not really playing in anything right now. Maru's pretty inactive at the moment. I don't think Maru doesn't play in. Maru doesn't play in events at the best sense. He played in the Korean Royale. He played in a couple of the Korean Royales. As Adept comes over, Lingspeed comes up, Void Ray. In production from Heroes. Something a little bit different from him. We'll see what his follow-up is to try and utilize that Void Ray. If we can get Maru back. I'm sure Maru will return if there's bigger tournaments. You know, for some of the top guys, you gotta think as well. It's like, I'm sure that he plays a little bit here and there to, like, not let his skills completely deteriorate, but you know, realistically, this is one of the first times, like, in a long time, well, first time ever they've had a break like this, and for some players it's probably quite nice to just sit back and be like, wow, I don't have to, like, stay at the tippity top of my game. Obviously, you know, the break is probably a bit longer than they would have liked, but I was probably just saying, look, if there's something big coming up, I'll get back in shape when that's announced, but for now, I don't feel the need to go and grind out the weekly tournaments like everyone else. He played for the Bulgarian tournament today. Oh, and the Asian qualifier? I didn't see that. I didn't see that bracket at all, actually. Let me go look at it. There's the Void Ray. I'm going to go after the Overlord. A couple queens come across, chasing the Void Ray back over. Oracle just going to set up a stasis ward as well. Just going to try and get that into position. There's the Void Ray and the Oracle gathered together. Queen going to be there, pushing that Void Ray around. So far, so good. Twilight Council, Gateway has continued to come up. Four people signed up for the qualifier and they all qualified? What? No. That's, So did they play? What, did they even play? Or did they just signed up and congratulations? Top 4, you made it? They did play? What? What did they play for? Was there prize money? Or they just like a seeding? They played for seeding? Oh wow. Amazing. Oh, Mary qualified as Protoss. That's amazing. Wow. So all 4 of them qualified. That's crazy. I mean, if you have to pay your own way there, and the first place prize of the tournament, like, I imagine the qualifiers are not like all, you know, an all expenses paid trip. The first place prize of the tournament is $3,200. So if you win the tournament, you're basically, after your hotel and your flight, you're only winning like $1,500 if you win. So it's not really ideal, is it? As these adepts don't even have glaives yet, and they're forced to recall. It's a bit of a disaster for Hero actually in this game. Is there no GSL anymore? There's no anything right now, quite frankly. We don't know anything that's what's going on. From what I have been hearing, there is still Starcraft announcements to come. But I don't know in what shape or form they are. I will go back to what I was saying a while back, which is that basically right now that the fact that they haven't said that StarCraft isn't going to have something this year means that StarCraft will have something this year. Is what I can gather from some passive information that I've seen here and there. We don't know what it looks like. I don't know if it's EWC or something else. I've got no idea. But from what I can gather, it seems like we will have some kind of StarCraft 2 this year. It's just a question of what that StarCraft 2 will look like. So yeah, like I say, I've got no clue right now. Wasn't the rumor that Blizzard holding back EWC? Well, there's been a bunch of rumors and things and so on and so forth and back and forth, but there's no confirmation of any of it, so you're kind of just guessing. Well, the devs has continued to shade around. We are going to see 23 drones have gone down so far. And plus the fact that drones have been running around silly. 25 dead workers, plus 1 and Blink. Continue to build up, add 2 Immortals in. It's going to be seen as roaches continue to gather together. And a couple of Immortals coming about. Cannon and the gates continue to come up as well. Is it true that Warcraft 3 has more tournaments than SC2? I have no idea, actually. I think Warcraft 3 has, same as Starcraft 2, just a lot of smaller tournaments, no? From what I understand of the Warcraft 3 scene. Yeah, that's what I understand of it, but I'm not completely sure. Oracle flying about, plus 1 missiles and muscular augments coming through, extra Hydras on the way in as well. Yeah, I mean, Warcraft 3's been getting a lot of love lately because a bunch of streamers have been playing it because of Grubby and stuff, but I don't think there's like... I don't think the Warcraft 3 pro scene is necessarily... I mean, the Warcraft 3 scene is very much so a thing, like it exists. There are tournaments to cast, there's, you know, Back to Warcraft guys are casting stuff all the time. I don't think they're casting like... They're not casting like championship level events every week or something, you know? As that Oracle flies about, see the Hydra's able to get rid of that Oracle right off the bat there. Fear Ravage is morphing in, again plus 1 missiles, the Group of Spines coming up, the Hydra Ravage, the Linghole building, Stalkers and Disruptors building up as well, as we are going to have Lambo committing here. I mean, the Disruptors going to help a lot if they can connect, but as always the issue with Disruptors is going to be, they need to connect, right? Like there is a potential, you know, out-micron you can do here. Oh, this army looks brutal though, right? Bunch of Immortals already, 2 Disruptors. First Disruptor shot gonna absolutely hit something. The next Disruptor shot is pretty good as well. Actually, wasn't even as bad. It was pretty good, but I actually thought it was gonna be even better for Hero. As Lambo just gonna try and take this fight between the natural and the third base. The robot facilities are right there, so you can take those out as part of this, which obviously would be nice to stop further production from the Protoss. New Disruptor should go down before it connects on anything. Lambo's army actually got good DPS in it, and a lot of Hero's army struggling with the choke point that's made here. Between his natural and the third base, like those robo facilities are a major issue, because they're actually stopping you from stepping forward. Lambo going to continue to zone. Stalker's derping forward as well. Mistake from Hero is... Lambo is getting a lot of work done. Like, I mean, considering the damage he took off the glaive attack, he's, I mean, to say he's recovering is maybe an understatement. We actually killed one robo facility. The robos were inactive for a while as well, so we're not producing any new disruptors. And now we're just going to try and bring more mortals into play. The problem is Lambo desperately needs reinforcements, and they are just not showing up as the probes get pulled into tank for a while. That's why Lambo's going to lose some of his momentum, and we'll finally see Hero pushing back against this, which was kind of the expectation at first. Now some Lings get in the front. The Hydra count looking a little better once again, but that was a lot of units lost, as it just took too long for reinforcements to really arrive and be substantial. Now Lambo setting up a fourth base, lurking down in a hive, but the economy is not exactly looking ideal for a longer game here by any stretch of the imagination, so definitely seeming problematic. Your Roach Ling needs to gather up. Let's just see +3 attack upgrade and extended thermal lance. So no attacks for the moment. Lambo gets a few moments to build up bases and move towards that lurker tech here. But I do feel like the army composition of Hero is already very good against lurkers. So I don't feel like just getting to lurkers is going to be some massive like haha moment for Lambo. It's going to be a nice unit to have. They're going to be able to do their thing, but they're not going to be like a surprise where it's like Hero's like, oh damn, I'm not ready to play against lurkers at all. Like, he very much so can play against lurkers with what we currently see. Now just moving to the right side. The Oracle moving back and forth. Revelation to get rid of a creep tumor here already. Feelings pull back. It's going to be there. Get that Zealot. It gets taken out as well. Ling very much so still gathering through here. Storm +3 attack continue to come about. Extended thermal lance will be finishing soon. Extra gates, the Stargate and Immortal building up. Those Lings are gonna, well, that Ling gets jumped on. The Zealot's gonna go charge forward. And just a Roach on the left side, just gonna go and get rid of the pylon 2. We still move down the left here. Going to be a lot of units moving into position as our cannons going to fire back. The army from here on the right side moving about as well, and we have ourselves those lurkers burrowing. Cannons already going down. Stalkers taking some big hits. So hey, the lurkers actually doing some work here, and this is mostly just Hero not being in position, and a very awkward position to work against as well, right? Because you're gonna have to go up and choke against this realistically. Those few lurkers trying to burrow up again. Can they do it? I mean, a lot of the lurkers not really firing right now. Storm's coming about. Ling's trying to jump on the High Templar from the other side. Lambo honestly took a pretty decent fight here. The problem is all of his lurkers now die. And he's going to try and jump on some more tech units here. The Hydra's left to try and get a Colossus. No, there's still lurkers left on the top side. I didn't even see those. Oh my goodness, the lurkers on the top actually helping so much. Getting rid of both those Colossus. What a huge deal. Wow. An additional few Zealots warp in. The Tempest's coming about. The High Templar coming through. Mothership halfway done. Hydra Lurker gonna knock the rocks as we just have the Zealots moving around once again. Drones are gonna begin to mine, and the Mothership is about to complete. As I'll go up to that top side. That's taking damage. 10 drones going down. The Lurkers will burrow up into the center here. Archons, Tempests being pushed back. The Lurkers step forward again. The Hydra's still stepping through. Lurkers Going to reposition a little as we do see a storm coming down onto the Hydras. Time warp as well. Obviously, are still taking some shots. The Hydra's coming back across. Plus 3 missiles on the way through as well. Another couple lurkers going to get burrowed there. The Immortals get pushed back. These Tempests are still trying to head on forwards as the Hydras lunge through, and that's going to be a Tempest that goes down immediately. So one Tempest drops straight off the bat here as well. It's just going to be able to grab that. Now everything else still coming forwards. These lurkers trying to hold their ground. It's not going to work. The Zealots don't even go down, and if the buffer doesn't go down, the rest of the army's looking good. We do get pulled to the right, though, and these Hydras on the left going to get a good few probes. Some damage done, obviously. I don't think we're anywhere close to getting rid of the Nexus, and I was going to say, I think Lambo would be smart to run away rather than trying to force the Nexus kill. You can leave the Lings on it. The Lings can obviously get away faster, but you really don't want to be losing the Hydras. And you do get most of them out of there, so yeah, good decision. Like I said, I think it was a good, smart choice to back away from that one. It could have gone a lot worse very quickly. Archon wax down and Overlord, and we do have Infestor, Lurker, Viper. Very much so still in the production tab here. Add a few Hydras on. That's going to sit there as well. A couple of Oracles coming by. I'm just going to go boosting forward. The Oracle very nearly went down, but not quite. Just about survives. Viper's hanging about. Just going to be seeing the Hydra Lurker on the top lane, a bit of defense. But Lambo coming down the bottom side with a big army as well. You can see one Zealot going down. Storm starts off onto that group of units. Best is here to try and make a difference. We abduct the Oracle in. It seems crazy, but it's actually not a terrible thing as we Microbial Shroud. We just got overwhelmed again, though. The problem is this is like the entirety of Heroes 4s, and meanwhile Lambo is still trying to make something happen with a push to the left, which this time I would say he really needs to try and get rid of the base or something, right? Like, he needs to make some progress here that's truly meaningful, because he can't just keep giving up the units in these fights without getting better progress somewhere. This time I think the Lurker's going to have to stick around. We could have target fired those High Templar there, perhaps. Bunch of probes going down. Detection now comes up, and the Lurkers will fall. They get a few final shots off, to be fair. Oh, actually, detection not on all of the Lurkers, apparently. Oh, Observer, no. Observer just moved away. I was going to say, like, it wasn't a revelation. The Oracle was dead before they came over here. Now Lambo starts to try and hit this bottom side base. Kind of sad that just as he finally gets rid of a fourth base, the fifth base can act as a replacement fourth instead, isn't it? A little unfortunate. Hydra Lurker pulling up top. Probes on that left side move around. Long distancing where the Nexus used to be. Lambo tries to make a defense. This time Lambo actually at home. Microbial Shroud goes down. This problem with Microbial Shroud, it doesn't exactly save you from storms, and the storms that drop down were just brilliant. I mean, if you put the storm on top of the Microbial Shroud, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get unit kills, because obviously those units are trying to hide in that Microbial Shroud at the same time. There's a storm coming through. The Hydra's still taking a beating. Mothership overhead. Mortal Archon continuing through. The Tempest continue to get into play. It looks as though Lambo does not really have much left to stand up for or against in this game. And GG has to be called. Hero takes it 2-0 and will advance through to the qualifying match, where he will play, drumroll please, Showtime, who beat out Byun 2-1. So Showtime going to be taking on Hero in a PvP. We're going to be going into that first, guys, so we'll be setting that off and getting that going. Perfect. So we'll get that PvP started. We're going to do Cure versus Classic afterwards. So Showtime versus Hero first, and then Cure Classic after. And that's our lineup for the day, guys. So 2 more best of 3s. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully we get to like 2.5 hours or so. Byun should get an invite. Yeah, he's one of the older players. I would imagine Byun should probably end up invited. Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that invite list and stuff later on today. Yep. How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? Let me run some ads just so we don't get in trouble during the games or anything. Try and keep those clear. Dun. I guess, so I just double checking a couple of things quickly. Alright. Sorry, we'll get back on track here in a couple moments. Like I said, we're just waiting for some videos to come down between Showtime and Hero. How old's Showtime? Showtime's been around forever, but he was quite young when he started out as well. He's 31 as well, jeez. He's aged us. Damn. Alright, Hero vs Showtime. PvP coming up. As we're going to kick this off into play. And get ready to go. We old. We are old. I remember going to like a G-Finity with Showtime way back when, and he was... that was when I was still in university, so it's like before I was even full-time in Starcraft, so like over 10 years ago, and I felt like he was young, man. Crazy. Maybe it was just when I finished. I don't know. When were the G-Finity events? Like 2015, I feel like, actually. Maybe it was after university. I definitely went to some... no, maybe it was when I finished uni. Can't remember. Crazy. I've been full-time in Starcraft 2 for 10 years this year, guys. Isn't that ridiculous? I used to do, it's kind of funny because I used to do like blogs on TL and stuff like quite frequently, and I didn't do one for a while, but I was thinking maybe I'd do one for 10 years. A new update. I did do one in 2022, which was 10 years of my life in SC2. Interesting one. I didn't even remember. Oh my god, that's an essay. Yeah, I used to write blogs on TL every now and then, updating how the Starcraft journey was going, you know. Sorry, I guess back in the game. Yeah, and I haven't done one in a while. Maybe we do one for 10 years being full-time in Starcraft 2. Another update. They're kind of cool things to look back on. We might read through them in the 10-year anniversary stream we're going to do later this year. In June, we're going to pick a week. We're going to make it a celebratory week of being full-time in Starcraft. Gonna watch some little games together. We'll have a modern day tournament. Maybe do some fun tournaments as well. And we'll yeah, we'll have some fun. It's gonna be a good time. We're moving about. Get some action going. Nothing too crazy here to start us off as we just get up and rolling. Just going to be having the Cybercore coming through. There's a pile on bottom left. We'll see if that gets put to use. We're going to drop a Stargate down in that bottom left-hand side. We're going to shoot. Probe will take some damage, so a few shots coming about to start us off there. It's just going to be seeing the pylon. I'm going to get pinged at, so pylon taking some damage. And Stargate coming through. The couple of depths are going to come shading across as well. Oh, we're Chrono boosting out the Stargate. These Stalkers is going to gather, the pylon taking damage. And obviously Showtime seeing the Stargate is nice, so having that info on his side as he plays into more Stalkers here. Walling off the Adepts as well. The Stalker actually out here is going to shoot the Adepts a little bit. Not sure if we can really do too much about it though. As those couple of Adepts continue to move around. Here's to 10 more good years. It's kind of crazy to think where we might be in 10 years. I think what's really wild to me is that 5 years ago is when, like, my stream kicked off to, like, another level almost. Like, my stream, like, definitely boosted itself during 2020, during COVID, right? Like, that's the year we kind of overtook Base Trade TV a little bit. That's the year we had a lot of viewership, obviously, because of COVID and stuff, but, like, that was really like the pop-up year. I got hired for events since then, a lot more. And that was like 5 years ago, which is kind of crazy to think on now. So, I wonder what will be in another 5 years. Maybe that's a better question. Stalker's going to shoot. Hits coming through. I'm going to fire some shots off as we go try and put some pressure on for the early stages. The Nexus cancels, that's a big deal. And Hero, they're in a bit of trouble here. Showtime taking control. The supply block Hero as well, having him pinned into this maze with his own main base with his own Nexus coming up. He's in a good spot, and does he actually get the shots to kill the Oracle? He does. Oh, Hero's in trouble. Again, Stalkers and the Immortal Sentry as well continue to gather up. Prism going to load, it's going to go moving out onto the map, heading down toward the bottom right-hand side. Going to go put some pressure on. And then still gathering, the Prism coming through as well. Portal will shoot and tries to get some damage done, but the Stalker's aggressively chasing the Prism away. I think we get this Immortal here because we cannot come back in with the Prism realistically. Few probes have to pull in from Showtime. I mean, he's fine, right? Like, this is him defending while still containing his opponent on the other side of the map. Thought he might have gone for the Prism there, but he doesn't quite find the moment. Again, for the force fields on the other side as we go back and forth, but Showtime is still very much so in control. Oracle racking, a few probes going down already, so some damage being dealt. Another nice force field just going to get placed down already. Stay Sword going to catch a few of those Stalkers getting caught. Again, the few sentries gathered together. The blink is going to be finishing very soon as our Stalker and probes coming about as well. stasis is kind of brutal, but we are going to have Blink in a moment, so actually these Stalkers will be able to make a bit of a Blink escape attempt. Going to get the Prism. No! It survives with 1 HP. Prism just about able to live as Showtime backs away. Still in a very comfortable position, having Blink up. His army generally looking good. He's heading through the center from Hero. He feels like he's the one that needs to go pushing, which I don't necessarily is something we disagree with. Again, the Immortal and the Sentry gathering. We see the Stalker's going to be there. Obviously, the Immortals are a nice addition. 3 Immortals is nothing to scoff at, but again, it's a lot of Stalkers available. And that Prism is low as well, so making plays with this Prism going to be tough. As I was going to say, I feel like Showtime almost had a Blink available there. That would have been huge. Wasn't so bad in the end. As that Twilight Council comes about, they continue to come into play. Stalkers and the Immortals pulled back to the upper left side. Twilight Council about to finish up. Additional gateways are in production as well, so we bring that straight into action here. Immortal Stalker gathers up. We are going to see Showtime coming around. He's a little supply blocked. 5 Immortals is genuinely scary, but that's the beauty of this situation is we can jump on the Prism as well. We're going to get it, but he didn't get an Immortal inside of the Prism. Just don't let all 5 Immortals shoot at once and you should be good, especially now that the Prism can't make any more kind of escape plans for these Immortals. Showtime should be pretty comfortable. As it's going to take a second, let some of these force fields clear. Pulls back a moment or two. Does he have enough Stalkers to blink on 4 Mortals? I don't think so. I mean, blinking on 4 Mortals is, in general, pretty difficult to justify, but, you know, a certain Stalker count, you go bam, bam, 2 Mortals dead already, and it doesn't really matter. I don't think we're quite there yet, as he would especially love to get some barriers off those Immortals as well if possible. Continue to just utilize the fact that he's got the ability to blink and micro, right? As Glaives is going to finish, we'll see if the Adepts can do much. Taking a 3rd base as well. Showtime under no pressure right now. More gates and Immortal coming up. Add some Stalkers on in there. Showtime. The step forward here is we do have a couple of Immortal shots coming about. Blink back once more. The Adept's gonna cancel that share. He's gonna say, surely we don't shade back there because you're gonna ask for trouble. The Stalkers could single them out. Rocks will fall. Again, the Adepts, the Immortals, gathering up here. There's a lot of Stalkers now from Showtime. I feel like we should be okay. I felt like we should be okay for a while. Like I say, gotta respect the Immortals, the Prism potential as well. Definitely an idea. Yep, there's the Prism coming into play right there. I mean, you can see how Hero could kind of do it too, right? If those Immortals get to go bang, bang, bang. Few hits coming about. Now we're going to be seeing the Adept shading once more. Stalkers a step away. And you got to respect the potential of that Adept kind of shade actually committing. We have 3 Immortals of our own now as Showtime as well. I think you should. I actually think you should blink across on the Prism. Yeah. I don't think there's a bad call to be made there. Hero says GG. Showtime takes the first game of this best of 3. For some reason it says best of 1 on screen, guys. Sorry. I just didn't click that properly, and I only just noticed it. So it is best of 3. God, look, this streamer changing the rules. Now I'm too far this way. Do I usually sit here or do I usually sit here? Like, I'm way too far this way right now. Oh, I knew I should have moved stuff a bit. Is that better? Better. Because, yeah, then sometimes I sit here and I'm a bit more in the middle, and sometimes here. Something like that. Cool. Cool. Alright, Frostline going to be our second map here. I'm going to have to run out, guys. Did I move my chair? No, I moved my camera. I've been tidying my desk today, and so I've moved my camera, and because I moved my camera, I've moved the camera like roughly a little bit. Like it can only go so many ways without falling off the desk. Yeah. It's like a little bit off. I've probably also moved my keyboard and mouse. I'm probably also like slightly over this. Like I actually think I usually sit here because that's more directly straight ahead of me. Alright, game 2 of Hero vs. Showtime. The PvP continues right now. Let's go into next map. As we are going to have in the top right-hand side, our red Protoss player is Hero. Taking on, in the bottom left-hand side, our blue Protoss player, Showtime. So, Showtime takes the opening game of this best of 3. Game number 2 coming up right now. As we get this underway, we get this settled down. Second map coming through, Frostline coming in. We get this all sorted. Coming up, Cybercore coming through. Pylon's coming about as well. Let's just see the probe going to chase the other probe around for a few moments. Just going to set up with that for a little bit here. A little pylon dropping into play, and again we just set up here with the Adepts and the Stalkers continuing to come on through. After we set all of this up, probe is going to chase the other probe back for a few moments. Looking reasonable right now as we see our probe is going to come nibbling forward once again. Should just compare the camera position what it was 2 days ago. That's whatever. Honestly, if this menu camera position, this menu camera position. It's only jarring for like the first day or so, and then you just, your brain gets used to it, you know? Focus chasing, a couple of Debs getting hunted. It's gonna get pushed around as a couple of sentries come up, the warp gates come through, the Oracle is coming in. Hallucination coming back over is just going to see the Oracle popping out. Hero going across the map. Showtime on that faster expand, but he's not going to have the Stargate, so will not have that ability to utilize it. He doesn't get the block off, but he has units in the main, so never mind, it's all good. We are good. This camera position captures my good side. Of course it captures my good side. Why do you think the camera's not on the other side? Duh. There's actually no real reason apart from this was just how it was in my, this was how it's always been. I've always had the camera on that side. There was a while I had the camera in front of me, and I thought it was much more interesting to have the camera to the right. Because that's where my Twitch chat is. So when I talk to Twitch chat, it makes me look at the chat. Or look towards the camera, which makes it a lot more natural than the other way around, basically. This was a thing I figured out like 8 years ago, by the way. Yeah. Funny that. Oracle setting up, a couple stalkers coming about, probes coming through as well. As you do see the blink coming around. Again, probes continuing, gate added on. I guess settled. Here's a few stalkers going to ping away at the Nexus. A few stalkers, sentries gathering up, getting settled. Got one more stalker just warping, the blink coming through. This is going to be Showtime. Again, the biggest issue right now is the stasis wards. Like, stasis wards are so freaking good. They can make you can make someone second guess every move they make for so long. Like, it's so frustrating. But hallucination pops out and it's going to start heading out. Stalker's getting underneath. Hallucination still very much so chased away. Nexus is coming up on both sides. Gather in the center. Again, Nexus coming in on both sides of this. Just going to be seeing the Robo facility coming up as well. Hallucination will begin to move out also as the Forge comes in from both players here currently. So again, getting that up and online for the moment. And Hero just controlling this map because he has that Oracle. The difference that makes is huge. Obviously, just being able to step across here and start to initiate the fight is nice. Although we do have Showtime with a comfortable defense. It just feels good being the player out on the map, being the player to kind of make moves. Showtime not exactly doing much himself right now. Got ourselves the +1 attack going through. The Stalker still very much so trying to come across at the moment. Well, Adepts is going to get to work. Yeah, 3 workers. Not a bad start. We do have the probe in position to lock those Adepts out. And the Stalker's going to try and push up into the third base at the same time, but it looks as though Showtime is once again in position to defend. Again, nice defense made here so far. We're kind of in the waiting phase right now where both players are going to poke at each other, but the question really comes down to when does someone start to add tech in? Unless Showtime adding charge. Showtime already has a Robo too, and so I would imagine one of the next steps for him is alongside that charge is to also maybe consider adding the Mortals. He can play, obviously charge out Stalker, Blink Stalker for a while, that is a possibility. But having a couple of Mortals and can really buffer up that army and can make it much more kind of longevity, have a lot more longevity. Kind of depends what you want to do. So we will see. We'll see what Hero does with his own Robo facility finishing shortly as well. He is not going into charge, so maybe more likely he goes into a couple of Mortals. I mean, he's warping in some Zealots. Hope Hero doesn't think he's got charge on the way and then doesn't, because that would be disastrous. He does start Templar Archives, which is obviously very suggestive as to what we might see here as well in the near future. Stalker's going to shoot. Adept takes some damage. There's a couple of probes, nothing too major. We're going to clean this up. One more probe goes down. That was just low from earlier, unfortunately, so that one will fall as well. Try and move up that ramp, but the Stalkers are going to say, no, turning that away, pushing that straight back the other direction. So again, no messing around on that one. Stalker's trying to step up, and those other couple Stalkers getting pushed back. And Zealots are getting chased a little bit further as well. Stalker's going to blink forward there to get rid of a couple of those Zealots already. More Stalkers warped in on the high ground, playing defense. Stalkers come back over. Again, the charge coming up, the armor upgrade coming through. Continue to bring this into play and into action here. Not a lot to be said though otherwise, right? I mean, the Stalker's going to step up once again, just going to push back the other direction again, charging the +1 armor coming about. Prism is about halfway done, a few extra probes coming over as well. Batteries and cannons will come up here from Showtime as the extra pylons come up as well. Stalkers will blink across those rocks. Observer goes down. Again, the +2 attack upgrade coming up from Showtime as well, as currently about halfway done. A lot of Zealots and Stalkers as well continue to come across. And we are a little bit ahead on supply from Hero, but if you're the aggressor, then let's see how it goes. Showtime with a lot of the Stalkers here. The rest of his army is quite far back. Obviously, the choke point's interesting because it's going to work against the Zealots, but right now there's not too many Zealots, so it's kind of just okay. One Immortal mixed in there as well. I like Hero's composition a lot more. Showtime's not far from finishing +2. Hero having the +1 armor has meant that it's ended up finishing earlier, and so is ready sooner, but will not be as good as the +2 if Showtime lives to the point where +2 is a factor. Showtime gets Zealots warping into this fight. He chases the Prism away, so no warp-ins anymore. And Hero, this is going to completely swing around a couple moments earlier, and the supplies were even. And now Showtime is blinking after the final couple Stalkers of Hero. An Archon goes down, and Showtime finally finished +2 at the end of all of this as well. So it's even better setup for the future as well. So keep that in mind as we continue onward. Stalkers will move up to the top side. Away they go. Immortal coming up on the Robo facility. Going to be seeing the force fields coming down. Look up the Stalkers blink back. The Zealots will settle. And Showtime has a lot of stuff right now. Hero is going to hit a counterattack though. Pylons powering some of the static defense as Showtime warps in to try and buy himself some time there. He depowers the Robo over here. Probes are going to start pulling into this. Showtime's +2 attack going to be put to the test a little bit right now as he gets a lot of probe kills. Hero already blinked forward, and Showtime I feel like is going to lose quite a lot to these Zealots because the Zealots keep getting up in front. Wow, what a defense from Hero. Showtime actually going to say GG. Wow. That's crazy. What a swift swing around after it felt so good for Showtime a minute ago. I mean, Hero rebuilds nicely. This is just a rough attack because he got to go for Immortal. The Zealots consistently trade well. Plus, you're dealing with Zealots over here, so no reinforcements from the Prism. Those Zealots on the counterattack. I wonder if Showtime would have been better off to just say, right, you know what? I'm just going to let those Zealots do their thing, because if I win this fight here, I'm golden, right? Wow. Alright, game number 3 coming up here between Hero and Showtime. Decide a map in our qualifying match. As we get this all up and running. He didn't have a Prism to warp in offensively. It was off to the left, no? We just looked at it at the very end. It was off to the left-hand side. It wasn't right on top of his army, but it was nearby. Like, he could have added Zealots to the fight and so on. Things could have arrived for sure. For sure. Alright guys, ley lines coming up. As I get this one ready to go. Top right hand side, we're going to have ourselves the red Protoss player. This is Hero. And the bottom left, our blue Protoss is Showtime. Guys, excuse the FPS for a sec, I just need to tab out for a moment here. To write something down. Give me 2 seconds. Alright. Sorry for that, guys. So yes, let's jump into this. I should put you guys on Indy's camera first as well. Yeah, I just wanted to send a message out quickly. Someone was asking something. Just had to get them the right info. Trying to be proactive. It's always good to message people when they're already messaging you, you know, so that you don't have, you know. Always good to make sure you don't have the message back and then they disappear for the next 2 days and don't reply to you again. Try and minimize that as best we can. Alright, Zealot coming across. We have a proxy from Showtime and that Zealot. I think he did glimpse the pro, but I don't know if he noticed the pro because he's not responding as though there was a scout there. And this Zealot is missing the proxy robo and gateway that Showtime's investing into. I love the aggression Hero has shown time and time again. He loves to be out on the fast expansion. This is a 1-gate expand, so right away head into that. And yeah, he's just completely missing the scout that could tell him so much. So definitely swings things a little bit towards Showtime's favor here. As yeah, you're just still without that info. As you're like, you might think something is up, right? But knowing exactly what's up would be so much nicer. Prism first, going to be a lot of units with that Prism Micro to help you out. And that Oracle is going to struggle to find a lot of value here as well. It's definitely going to be a factor as well as we settle this down. Well, it gets up into the main. Well, at least is going to be an annoyance here. The probes genuinely in some trouble. 2 workers, mining time being lost. 3 workers maybe. Stalker going to finish the Zealot off now, so it's just some mining time in the end. It does bring that Stalker back as well, though, so it's time where these Stalkers are not going across the map and prepping. Hero obviously sees 2 gates, no tech in the base. You know, there's got to be something going on right now, so Void Ray starts up off the Stargate, so he will ready himself with that. He has got the Oracle. It's going across the map. Did he set a Stasis Ward up? He did. So he's got 1 Stasis, then the Oracle will go across the map. 2 Stalkers just left at home from Showtime. He's going to bypass the defense at the front and go into the main. Now, there's a battery in the main base, but it does get past the Stasis Ward if nothing else. And obviously, Prism can warp into the corner here as well. Again, can hit that Void once, but then it is going to get the pushback necessary. So good defense there. Nicely done. Folks continue to gather and settle down for the moment. Stasis Ward pops. I mean, Showtime obviously has to keep on sending this. Hero is not going to be safe. I actually think it's very wild that Hero only builds 1 Void Ray. I wonder if he just feels like his defense was so good so far he can get away with the straight to Robo. The Robo is amazing because an Immortal is really incredible in this situation. But to go straight to it here and only have 1 Void Ray right now is very scary. Showtime does not really manage to consolidate any of his shots together. That's going to give you more chance to get that Immortal out. There's only 1 pylon there too, no? If he gets the pylon, he depowers the Robo. That could also be huge. Showtime gets a Stalker here finally. I feel like that pylon's such a big deal. Stasis is going to catch a couple Stalkers. Kind of saved 1. He's going to realize the importance of that pylon. He tries to go for it. He's going to get it. Depowers the Robo. And now he's going to turn onto the Void Ray. Kill the Void Ray. We could have killed the Void Ray. He's going to kill the Void Ray finally, but it took a little while. Prism's still available for Micro, but it's scary right now as you're getting chased. Stalker's coming through. The Stalker's going to come out with Stasis as well. As, I mean, I don't think Showtime really realizes that. Good Micro on the Prism. Really good Micro on the Prism. Going to stop to warp in, which is absolutely necessary right now. Showtime still has the edge here, potentially. Immortal did come up because the new pylons came about, though. So is that the defense that we need? No! A Stalker at the front goes down as well. Showtime making too many mistakes. He says it's going to be GG, and Hero will get it, and Hero will qualify as well. GG's Hero 2 and Showtime 1. Let's take that one down. All right, let's all right, let's wrap that one up then, and we can go into our next series. So we're going to do the Cure versus Classic matchup next, guys. Obviously, the finals doesn't play. So yeah. Cool. Cool. Showtime's so close to taking out Hero here. Very cool. Yo, Spockster, thank you so much for the 3-month resub on the Prime. Thanks for all the SCG content. You appreciate all you do. Appreciate you supporting it. Thank you so much for using your Prime sub on the channel. Guys, we've not really done much selling out today. It's just going to be a short stream, so we don't need too much selling out. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, do consider supporting the channel. Multiple ways to do that. You can like and subscribe on the YouTube. You can follow on Twitch. Those are all free ways to support. Obviously, keep on watching. Watch the ads when you run them as well. Helps a bunch too. If you want to support further, things you can do, obviously use your Prime subs. That's also free to do if you've already got Prime. So if you've got Prime sub right now, use it. This is your moment. This is your time to be a Prime sub champion. You can come out and do what no one else has done yet today, apart from a couple of people. So yes, you guys can check that out. And what else was I going to say? Obviously, if you want to support with your own money, you can subscribe. There's YouTube memberships, donate, cheer. All of it helps us to run more Starcraft 2. If you want to directly support tournament prize pools specifically and want to know that everything you donate goes towards a tournament prize pool, you want to check out the Patreon page, patreon.com/Warditv. There's your location for that. We're continuing to try and add up as many new patrons as possible so we can get to as much, as much as we possibly can over on the Patreon page as well, because we put all of that into tournament prize pools. So do check that out as well. Like I said, we've got bigger events continue to come up and setting up and so on. So if you enjoy the idea of all of that, do consider to keep on supporting. Thank you so much, Mentropy, for the Prime sub as well. Alright guys, as I get the next series ready, I'm just going to run the ads that we are going to have to run to make sure nothing happens during the game. And then we'll go. Put them in here, I think. Cool. Beautiful. Alright guys, couple minutes and we'll kick this off. Let's let the ads play out a little bit and then we can go. I'll go. It's gonna be our last series of the day. I'm just gonna do a short stream, and then tomorrow we've got the Boom and Bash Group A. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that as well. Very exciting. Cool. Bam. Replays. Yes, this series played at the same time as the other series. This series will... It literally finished, like, within... Whenever the last... June the last series. So yes, it's replays, just instead of making the players sit around and wait. Let's get them playing straight away. Uh-oh. Alright, let's do this, guys. I think we've got everyone here. The ads should be most of the way through. Let's jump into Q vs Classic. So, pick this off and get into Whispers of Gold for this TVP Best of 3 qualifying series. See what we get. Yo, Zergburger, thank you so much for the 31-month resub as well. Appreciate Appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting with the resub for 31. Thank you so much. As we have in the top left-hand side, our blue Terran player from Team Liquid, we have got Cure. And in the bottom right, our red Protoss, we have Classic. In one of this best of 3, it will be best of 3. Moving through this, so get this underway. Let's see what happens. And yeah, we'll get this settled straight into play. Love it. Well, we get settled here. Whispers of Gold. Some TVP, Cure and Classic. Always a fun matchup. Always feel like Cure Classic provides some good games. Cure oftentimes got the better of Classic. I guess we'll see what happens as we get this set up. Probe just coming about. We will have ourselves the Orbital, the Cybercore, the Nexus all coming about. Getting that underway, getting that started. Away we go. SCV moves about against Cybercore. It's about to complete. We'll see the Marine coming about as well, so nothing crazy yet. Obviously, no Reaper means that Secure would rather put the gas ASAP into the factory and get toward that pressure. Obviously, takes away possibilities of like Reaper Hellion pressure as well. So you're going to see more likely Marines and Heli. It could be like Marine Hellion, or it could just be like a mine drop, or straight into like Marine Cyclone, or like a siege tank drop. Like, there's a lot of possibilities still. Just a few less overall. Starport coming through, again the Adept coming about, add a Warp Gate in as well. Just going to be seeing the Adept making its way over for the moment towards the top. That command center is about to finish. And just going to get the SCV loaded into it, the Adept continuing to gather around. Plane going to shoot, Marines are going to chase, the Adept gets pushed away. Robotics facility about to complete. A couple extra probes in the Stalker still coming up as well. The Adept is going to get there in that SCV. Taking a couple more shots. Server continues to build as our Marines gather to the Adept shaping out for the moment. Stargate completes, and that gives Classic an interesting approach just in this game. Robo, then Stargate. I'm going to start seeing Phoenix being raised. So yeah, very interesting way to go about this. Going to go for the delayed Phoenix production. Robo already up, so you got to imagine this becomes a Robo, Robo Bay kind of Phoenix Colossus style. So interesting. Stalker will get the medevac, which begins to be a pretty good shutdown, but Cure will continue forward. I mean, these Marines obviously in this main base already, so they can just go and try and get some pros. They're going to get 3, they're going to get probably 4. That should be all. Obviously some lost mining time as well as we pull away from the main mineral line though, so this is some mining time on top of everything else. It's not exactly ideal. These Stalkers still chasing. Marine will get hunted and killed off. Nicely done. Gonna see that Hellion going down. Phoenix with the lift off. Robo in the Nexus continuing up. The Stalkers and the Sentry still gathering. The Phoenix coming back around that bottom side. And Phoenix Matrix coming through. Raven coming about. And again, the Phoenix just building up off the Stargate for a few moments. The Banshee is going to get taken out here, so the Banshee will fall. Going down already. And get that extended thermal lance continuing about. The Colossus coming through. Add a few probes on as well. +1 stimming combat shields. All those upgrades of Q continue to come in as the Colossus Corona boosts on the Robo facility. So we continue to bring that out. Cyclones is going to come down, going to move forward as well. The Phoenix is going to be still patrolling. Such an interesting way to open, but then you ended up taking damage. I really feel like you're probably... Actually not really sure. Like, I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking, well... I mean, I feel like with the Robo into, like, Phoenix, like, all of these things are meant to keep you safe and minimize damage taken early, but then you lose a few workers. At least you shut it down, but... Marines come back across. Cyclone locks on. The Phoenix gets chased back up the left side. The Colossus steps out from the natural. The Phoenix will recall. Cyclone steps up. The Raven. Now they're going down. The Colossus both get Matrix. So classic. Uh-oh. Gonna have his opponent running into his natural. Does not get any force fields off to stop it happening. So now you're gonna have a Terran in your natural expansion. You are chasing him down. He goes to the main base. I mean, this army is destined to die because the medevacs are so low. I can't imagine they make a getaway here. Maybe they do. No Phoenix left. 14 probes going down. I mean, this is an amazing start so far. Oh, we loaded everything up. Can we get rid of a medevac? We cannot. Wow. No blink, obviously, in the game, so... Brutal stuff. Robo dead. Medevac's getting 60 Marines away. Q killing a bunch of probes as well. Absolutely fantastic stuff for him. So Colossus still stepping up. We're just going to be seeing the Widow Mine. I'm going to go off on a Zealot. Stalkers going to take some damage. Colossus from afar. Getting some shots off as well. Marines taking more hits. So we come further across. Stalker's going to hit the Widow Mine as well. Shots coming through. Bio going to stim in an arc right here. Force field's coming down. The Zealots are going to charge up as well. Still got 14 SCVs going down. So good counterattack from Classic. Actually putting some work in. The Marauders starting to step up a bit further as well. The Vikings will start to get onto those Colossus. How much have these Colossus done, though? I mean, they're going to go down, I think, unfortunately, but they've done a fantastic job. A few Marauders here will finish up. Classic losing everything in the end, but he killed 16 SCVs. And like I say, he got a lot of units to begin with. Just a shame he couldn't have gotten out of there with some of those units, because if he could have gotten out with some at least, there would have been a little bit more benefit at least. Damn. Bio will load up those medevacs. The orbital coming through. Blinking +2 coming about. Armory, Engineering Bay coming about as well. See those medevacs. Going to go toward the main base as the bio units will begin to unload. And that bio jumps onto a few of those Stalkers. Stalkers going down. Widow Mine going to fire. Zealots getting hits. The rest of the Zealots still gathering up. The bio force again down to the south. The Zealots going to go jumping through. The Widow Mine going to land. Now Sentry is getting picked away at, and still shots continuing about here as the Colossus takes damage. Not too much though overall as Appalistio and Blink continue come into play. The Zealots charge up, the Colossus fires away. Fire will split, and the Zealot and a couple of probes going down. Our Stalkers getting jumped on as well. Those Zealots come in from the other side, the right-hand side. Now from the other direction too. Just going to continue to chase on forward. The Viking will continue to hit the Colossus. Absolutely very back and forth game. The Zealots are going to continue to chase up, but with kiting, obviously they shouldn't ever do too much. And Kira is taking a substantial supply lead at this point. Here on Whispers of Gold, looks like he might be getting into a better position here in the end. Marauder shooting back the other way. I'm going to get rid of that Necklace in that bottom left-hand side. The 2-2 upgrade still coming up. +2 attack and blink on the way from Classic as well. So we bring that into play. The Colossus gathers over there. We just see our +2 continuing. The Bio Army steps up to the top. The Medevac's going to be there as well. It's still very much so gathering. 2-2 upgrades, +1 ship weapons, Vikings, Ghost Academy, all continues to come on over. So we just bring all of that up still. Give me another okay-ish defense from Classic. The run by doesn't go very far. Here, I mean, 3 bases versus 3 bases. He's building a 4th. I mean, he should be comfortable through and through, quite frankly. And Colossus and everything else gather. We're going to see the Temple Archives going down too. Yeah, what's up, Disposable? Thank you so much for the 20 months resub. Welcome back. And thank you so much for supporting Starcraft today with your sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Storm coming up, +3 attack coming through, as we just have ourselves the 3-3 upgrades coming up on the side of QSO. His position in this game is definitely good, but I do like that Classic's getting to Storm. I wouldn't say Classic's without a shot in this game. I think Q is in control. With Storm coming up, it gives you that chance to obviously put some good AoE onto this Bio Army, onto those Vikings, and so it gives you a road to potentially clearing up an army, which is kind of what you need to play for right now. Yo, Kabok as well, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it, thank you. Hope you're doing great as well. Thanks so much. As our Storm gets closer, but so does this Terran army to the base of Classic, so something's going to have to give shortly. Little Stalkers blinking around again. The 3-3 continues up. Our +2 ship weapons coming online. And we do have this Bioforce coming back over. The Vikings going to get rid of the Prism. Storm still coming down there. The Ghost will step across once more. Going to go and get some pressure in as these Zealots are going to charge forward. The Stalkers get there as well. The MPs continue to go down. Stalkers continue to fight into the Storm, pushes over to the side. Colossus is taken out as well. Still got, again, +2 ship weapons, 3 upgrades, all coming about. Add a Fusion Core, add some Vikings, Marine Marauder. All of that continues on through. Oh, we're going to start moving up. A couple more Storms still coming into place right here. The Orbital Command will lift off. Storms continue to cover this army. Another EMP going down. A couple High Templars are going to morph into Archons there. The Bio still trying to spread. The Colossus will be starting to step backwards. The first one going down. Second and third Colossus being knocked down as well. The Vikings will aim toward the prison. We get rid of that as well. And these Stalkers continue to now fight as... Honestly, it was a good effort from Classic. He just doesn't have enough at the end, though. You can see the numbers are absolutely in favor of Kua. And he will push Classic back, and Classic just down 30 army supply. It's tough to regain that, especially as Terran's hitting 3-3 upgrades. That's going to be another bonus as well. Considering how much damage Classic took, though, I'm a little bit excited to see him in the next game where I'm like, well, don't take that much damage super early, Classic, and God knows what we might end up seeing here. Like, this could be a really awesome game going into round 2. So, yeah, very interested as that Bio comes across. The Predators, Marauders, and the Ghosts continuing up. The Bio still stepping forward. Paul Wilson TV, thank you for the 26-month resub as well, mate. Thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. As a few Zealots get to the front, the Vikings going to go after that Colossus. Additional Zealots warping in. Stalker step through again. Another Storm comes down. The Vikings continue to press about. A couple more probes still dropping. The Zealots are still trying to push their way to the front. GG gets called though, and it is going to be Kua to take game number 1 of this best of 3, which off the start felt like that should be how it happens. Did love Classic's kind of counterattacks and bounce back though. Nicely done. Alright, we're going to go to Amygdala for map 2. Get this set up straight away. Just run some ads, make some money. We're going to be rich. You know it. What I'm partying with right now. I'm playing some customs. Huh? Alright, just waiting for all the invites to go through. And we'll give it about a minute or so just for the ads to play out a little bit. And we'll kick off into this best of 3 game 2, guys. Again, appreciate you all being here. Good to see you all. Thanks for joining us. Alright, let's do it, guys. I'm just sitting here waiting for the ads to play out. Let's go. Get into this next one as we go. Taking it into Amygdala, I believe, for this next game. Beautiful. Beautiful. If you guys enjoying the stream, don't forget to follow, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on the YouTube as well. Guys, now I'll keep on calling you out to hit that sub button. I will. Alright, let's go into game as probe off down to the low ground straight away from Classic. Our red Protoss in the bottom left. He's going to take that one across the map. We'll see what he does. If he proxies a pylon, if he could also just use it as a very fast scouting probe to know 100%, for example, that Kura is not scouting. Put some pressure onto the building SCVs over there. He did. No, he's going to build a pylon. He's not building one at home, so yeah, he's going to proxy a pylon right off the bat. And Classic is going to get to an aggressive start while down a game in this best of 3. In the top right, our blue Terran player is Kua from Team Liquid, of course. And into game 2 of this series. Right now, with that pylon now up on the right-hand side, and so Classic looking for early damage, looking for a way to get some work done in the early stages. That's going to be the plan. Couple of gates coming about. There's full-on 2 gate road proxy as well. It's not just the 1 gate pressure. This really needs to get some damage done if you're going to commit to 2 gates. Obviously, Cybercore will come in at home, so we get that set up. Cooper steps out. Lizards will get up to the top and obviously go press this through. A couple of Stalkers getting going as well. Okay, we're gonna fight. Probe's taking damage. Lizard's gonna shoot. A couple of Stalkers gonna hit. SCV's going down. And 4 SCVs dropping here so far. This is pretty nice. The bunker goes up. You can still kill SCVs because you're putting pressure on the depot. If the depot goes down, you're getting access to the base. So you kind of got to repair this. Obviously, the bunker is nice. As the Reaper goes across the map, we'll hit a bit further. We are going to be seeing 8 SCVs now killed. We've got 3 Stalkers. High ground vision is going to be the issue. Stalker's going to shoot. Prism taking damage. So obviously we do have our tank on the way up. A couple more Marines. There should be a way to finally get out of here from Cure, though. Cancel finishing shortly. Gonna have that Nexus on the way. The Warp Gate coming up. Orbital and a couple of additional Marines come through. Man away. Again, that Blink coming online. A couple of additional Marines coming through. The Siege Tank coming online as well. Just going to be seeing that Reaper backing away down to the bottom right side. The gateway is just going to morph straight into Warp Gate mode, and they're going to set up from there as our probes pull across to the natural. Again, the Nexus, the gateway, the Robo Facility continue to come through. Wheels just drop straight into play. Again, the Blink coming up. The Orbital Command's going to float down to the low ground. Next few moments, got a couple of Siege Tanks setting up as well. Orbital will get across there. Going to land straight into position. Again, that Blink coming through on the side of Classic. Couple Stalkers, Observer, all coming about. The Cyclone coming across as well. Big push from Q, obviously breaking out, time to get across the map. Blink will be done soon. Kind of an interesting moment here. Does Classic, does he defend these 2 gateways? Like, 2 gates is a lot right now. It's 2/3 of his production. So if you lose these gateways, you're in trouble. I don't think you can fight this with those Siege Tanks there right now. Blink finishing, there's just not enough units. But how are you going to ever have enough units if you're losing your production? Classic supply blocked as well as he starts 2 new gates at home. Make it 3 new gates at home, but they're obviously going to take a while to finish. So I do feel as though this is a little bit of a late response to this kind of concept of, oh my goodness, I might lose my gates. And now Kira is pushing across. And we've got Blink, and obviously Blink Stalkers will do fairly well here overall. The Micro is good as well. He's not let a Stalker die yet. Good Micro altogether. Gets you a few more Marines, slows this down, and Kira decides it's not worth continuing to go. So we're actually going to be able to buy some time there in the end. Ooh, and that's fortunate. I felt as though that was heading towards being potentially troublesome. Raven's halfway done. The engineering bay and the barracks coming up. Add a refinery onto that as well. The observer going to unsiege and move elsewhere as our stalkers will threaten the blink up into the main base, or into the natural, I should say. A couple of SCVs begin to go down. The cyclone chased goes down right there. A few marines getting picked away at. And push back. And again, the charge coming through. And a Prism on. Nexus. Classic just controlling the front here. As long as Q is not pushing him, I think Classic's fine because he's taking his own third base. He's going to clean up some rocks potentially for the gold, or he's just moving his other units across to the right side to come join up. Looked as though it was a movement towards the gold base there, but it's not the case. Classic just seeing if he wants to pick a moment here. Charge is about to be done with a few zealots. He might be able to break through because a lot of this defense is tank based. Stim combat so far away. That's one of the bigger issues right now. Go. Siege tank gonna get taken out here. The zealots still moving across. Stalkers just blinking up. The immortals are gonna fire in as well. It's kind of wild because we're losing a lot of the stalkers, but extra zealots are showing up, and there's still no stim for, well, one more second. I guess as we get to stim, it really was only the tanks that were left. A couple of marauders stim away. They're not going to change much. It's 20 SCVs go down already, and that will be that. And that is going to be a tied-up series, so we're going to get a qualifying match going the distance here as well. We're going to go all the way to a Game 3. Perfect. Love it. Let's do it as we head into our third and final map of the day. Of this series, but obviously today is final map as well. Get this underway and we'll get this started up. Pop some invites out. Get ready to go. Beautiful. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who are we missing? Missing someone. No, I actually think we're good. Alright, let's go into our, as mentioned, final game here. Get this underway. Alright, let's kick this off as we are going to go to the bottom left-hand side of Frostline 4, game number 3 of this series. Who will qualify to the Warditv Boomer Bash? $3,000. Again, sponsored by Crate Entertainment. You guys can exclamation mark Crate in the chat if you would like to find out more about them. Very passionate about RTS game studio. They're making great games. Go check them out. Shout out to them supporting even more Warditv Starcraft 2. This entire tournament is sponsored by them, every single cent of it, so again, major thank you in that regard. We appreciate it. Trying to boost on the Nexus, the simulator will go down. Again, that's set up at the moment here. Well, Engineering Bay block to start us off on this one, so that goes off onto the natural. We get that started. We get that underway. As our Nexus comes about. Orbital, Reaper, continue to come through here. Cybercore and the Nexus both continue to come over. Good, interestingly, just high ground CC wants to be very safe, doesn't want to take any risks right now. I'm just going to get that factory coming about, refinery, CC, all coming online. Pretty peaceful here. Obviously, the Reaper going to go scouting. No risks being taken. Classic going to show us the Twilight Council. And we continue to set up from that moment. As you can see the Reaper coming through. Is not going to do too much just yet. Blink continues to come around, the Warp Gate coming up, add a Stalker on. That Reaper hopping up, Stalker continue to go about, Grenade goes down, doesn't do too much. And we've seen the Blink continue to come about there as the Warp Gate comes online for the moment. It's just bringing that through. Marine's just going to step forward, the Orbital Command going to go down onto that natural. Again, a couple of gateways continue to come about. Robo Facility coming over, Blink coming over. And back to the Marines. In production there. As the step continues to go down to the bottom. Medevac just comes over with a couple of Widow Mines involved. A couple of Stalkers going to be there immediately just to hit the Medevac, and that gets turned around right off the bat. It's actually a cute Widow Mine. We get the Medevac, but it's going to cost you a Stalker, as we will be able to blink away. So, yeah, a Stalker's still not exactly great to be losing, but it is a full cleanup, so at least now you don't have to worry about it any further. Reaper goes down in the main base. As we have got our siege tanks coming out, they will be able to do a lot defensively. The Banshee coming about, the Cloak coming up. And Banshee tanking the Marines, still very much so on the way in. Stalker's going to blink up into the main base. The tank's not here, and the Banshee spawns into the Stalkers. It's not exactly great. It does good damage. It can cloak, but there's an Observer because that's how you got the high ground, so the Banshee just dies. Oof. Marines get rid of the Obs. Just going to be seeing the charge and the +1 going about. So it's still going to shoot the Banshee. Just going to get pushed away as well. +1 charge still coming about. Stalker's going to blink in and try for the siege tank, and they will get the siege tank in the end. The siege tank drops. Yeah, what's up, Ghostface? 48 months, aka 4 years on that prime. Woohoo, 4 years of awesome Starcraft. Hell yeah, thank you so much for 4 years of resubscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks, Siege. Marines are going to push up. Stalkers get chased away. And Stim Combat and +1's upgrades for Q are coming through, but not going to be ready just yet. It's going to take a few moments to get set up. Sentry dies, Marines and the tanks get there very easily. Comfortable pickoff. Tank will pull back towards the upper right side again. Forge, Colossus, +1 all continue to come in. Stalker gathering. Fire gathers, a couple tanks join up. Do you see the few Zelds going to get warped in? The Colossus coming over. Extended thermal lance coming out as well. You see the hills dropping down. Just going to have ourselves the stem continuing about as well. Again, the prism. +2, +1 all coming about. Extended thermal lance coming about as well. Again, a good little bit of everything coming through for the moment here as we just have the tank will siege and the bio army will gather. I love Classic's map control. He's got pylons everywhere. He's got just vision all over observers. He will know everything that Kira is doing. So Kira can't really make an unknown move at any point of this right now. There's just not much chance of that, quite frankly. So it'll be pretty rough as our Stalkers come up. Zeld's going to charge through. They're going to get on top of those siege tanks. Going to get rid of one. Going to get rid of two. Blinking further back again as the bio continues to come running across. Bio loads and we're going to head down to the south. It's just going to come straight over. Away we go with that. Big drop into the main base then. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what our approach may be. Let's just have our bios demonstrate up. I mean, Classic got to respond to this. He is defending on the front very easily. And he's got Zealot on the other side too, so both players are going to start taking damage here. A lot of hits to be done. Is just going to see our Colossus still firing. Marine Marauder taking more shots. And those Byuns continue to come about. The Colossus and the +2 on the way. We are going to play defense very nicely as Classic. Deals with the drop in the main very well. Doesn't do much with the Zealots across the map. I think that's fine because at the end of the day he did very well, like I say, against the drop and against the push forward. The medevacs just flew into the army for some reason, and 3 of the 4 went down. The full one is still alive, but giving up the other 3 was unnecessary. I mean, he could have just sat here and waited. Better than just giving them up for free, right? Bio coming about, a couple auto mines in the medevacs as well, so just going to get going. Big push up to the top side. Zalstork going to get over there, try and make something happen. The Prism overhead, the couple sentries and the Colossus won't be a good combo. A real Phoenix just got made, and that will actually come across and hit that medevac that's hiding in the corners. That won't last much longer. Zakir will have to just evacuate it. It looks as though it is away and unloading. But he's got bigger issues on his plate, which is this army right now. And Classic is on a very good army pushing forwards here. The SCV's going down. The Liberator's getting shot away at. SCV's falling. The Vikings are going to shoot. Couple of Widow Mines just going to fire off as well. Those ults getting taken out. The refinery goes down also. It's going to be GG Skewer. And Classic is going to go 2-1 in this best of 3 series. And Classic qualifies for the Boom Bash. He's one of the older players. And he gets the qualification without needing the invite. Truly, the Boomer we deserve. Alrighty, guys. That's going to round us out for today's Warditv Boomer Bash qualifier. Yeah, it's not so bad. That was a 3-hour stream. Could have been a little bit shorter. 3 hours is okay. I really thought this was going to be a much shorter stream, to be honest. So, yeah, Classic qualifies alongside Hero. And that means that we've had Classic, Hero, Bunny, and Solar qualify. We obviously already had 4 of our invites for Group A, which is DNS, Kalazar, TLO, and Scarlet. They'll be playing tomorrow. And then we'll get the rest of the invites sorted out. And Groups B, C, and D determined. So we're going to have 8 invites to throw around. Obviously, we had a lot of players that didn't quite make it, so we'll figure those out. And we'll get that setting up, guys. So that's what we're going to have. And going on and so on. So yeah, get that all figured out. Get that sorted. And we will be back tomorrow. Awesome. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, guys, with more StarCraft 2 in the form of that Boomer Bash Group A. So it should be a lot of fun. Like I say, some different plays and so should be very neat. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for that. 2 Zergs in the same group? What is this? 2016? Yeah, 2 Zergs in one group. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, we'll get those invites sorted and we'll hopefully have some more info for you guys tomorrow as to what the rest of the groups are looking like. A little bit closer to it, so yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm just going to set some ads off. They will run, and then we'll host someone up when the stream ends. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more StarCraft. Bye.